So I've got Sabrina S, Kim V, Renee L, Trina M, and Kylie P. Let's see if we can get through all of this. They kept saying New Madrid fault. Oh, that's here? That's what? Wait, where is the New Madrid fault? For those of you guys that are joining on YouTube, yeah, we had a big old earthquake here. That was weird. Missouri, okay. Interesting. All right, Miss Sabrina. Okay. Well, knock on wood that there's no aftershocks or nothing bigger. Just saying. Just saying what I'm saying. I don't know if there was an earthquake in Missouri. There was just a big one here. So yeah. So far, nothing else. We'll cross everything. Yeah. Wow, I did that really without hardly anything. I had to do it that second time, but like alien weird. Okay. Focus, bitch. Miss Sabrina, here we go. Here we go. You start off with happiness, abundance, and flow. So what's interesting about this, and I'm freezing now. What's interesting about this is that happiness and abundance go hand in hand. But sometimes they're invisible hands. We can be happy and be broke as fuck. We can be doing really, really well and have all of our bills paid and enough money in our bank account to be comfortable and not be happy. We can be happy and we can have a lot of things, everything is good abundantly in our life. And we don't realize that the two things go hand in hand, because a lot of times when we get to the point where we have a lot of security, where we're happy, where our bills are paid, we have food in our bellies, all of those things are going on. We're happy because we're taken care of, we're secure. But we don't realize the two go hand in hand until we're missing one or the other. You need to consciously make an effort to see that your abundance, and abundance isn't just about money, that's just the easiest one to give an example of, that your abundance and your happiness go hand in hand. So if you have a whole bunch of abundance as far as friends, as far as family, as far as people that care about you, that can bring a ton of happiness. It can bring a ton of drama too, but it can bring a ton of happiness. So you need to start by harmonizing and balancing those two out. When you do, that's going to automatically bring this flow card in. It's automatically going to bring this flow easier into your life. And I'll explain what I mean. When we don't realize that these two things go hand in hand and we feel like they're butting heads like this, you have no flow there because they're just butting heads. If they are working together and going like this, there's a lot of flow there. Like, you don't have to worry about it. Once you get these two things reconciled, where you realize that the happiness that's going on and the abundance that's going on are both, they're two sides of the same coin. It won't matter which side the coin falls on. Does that make sense? So if you were to have two heads on a quarter you're about to flip, there's a head on one side and a head on the other, and you flipped it, it's always going to be heads. There's no way for it to not be heads. It's always going to be heads. So you kind of go with the flow because you're like, you know what? I know it's always going to be heads. It's always going to be good. God damn shit. There's the high alarm. There's a high alarm. That scared the living fuck out of me. Yeah. That just made my heart do the pound because I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, focus. I'm trying to get all the words out correctly. And then bam, that happens. Stupid. But it's not low. It's not low now. So yeah. I like that we're all blaming it on Lando. Not that I mean, we probably shouldn't blame it on Lando. It's still funny. Okay. Miss Sabrina. Thank you, Mr. Motivation. When you see that your happiness and your abundance go hand in hand, that flow is going to be so much easier. Yours is pretty straightforward. Like yours is pretty easy. You always know that you're either going to be happy or have abundance and that both of them are linked together. It's so much easier to just be like, you know what? This is what we're doing now. Okay, I'm be happy with it. Because when you're happy with it, things abundantly happen. And when things abundantly happen, then you're happy. Do you see what I'm saying? There are two sides of the same coin. So if you go with the flow and you just let it happen, you're always going to be happy and abundant. Okay? But that has to get balanced out. Let me say that. This is Danu and the mother of creation. So this is motherhood, ferocity, and creation. So the thing that has to be let go of here is absolutely that ferocity. Now, I'm not saying don't be ferocious in moving forward, defending yourself, your property, etc. But what I am saying is don't be as ferocious when it comes to this path. Don't be as ferocious when it comes to your happiness and your abundance. You have to kind of just let them happen and let them go with the flow. Really, by balancing all of these out, it's like balancing the super light so you can have the dark. Do you see what I'm saying? Like toxic positivity land, and then, you know, balance. But letting go of that ferocity and how intense you are, especially when it comes to, okay, this is abundance. I've got to have it. This is what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? Like being super ferocious with it. Just kind of let it happen. Okay, this is what's happening now. Cool. This is what we're going with. I promise that it'll make a huge difference. I forgot I had music on, and when I paused and I was like, what the fuck is that sound? Wow. I am really jumpy and it's really stupid. I mean, how could you not after that? But yeah, I'm super jumpy now. Yeah. Let it be. Enjoy it for what it is. A lot of times when we have a lot of things going on, especially with really just life, but we get wrapped up with jobs, with abundance, things like career, money, family, all of those things. We forget to be happy with them. We forget to be happy in the moment. So yeah, you're really going to have to just be in the moment and just be happy. It's going to even out. I mean, I know you guys have heard the thing that it only takes 2 weeks for something to become a habit. So if you were to force yourself to do this for 2 weeks, it would become a habit of having a balance with your abundance and your happiness. I always hate saying, you know, don't be so ferocious, but maybe it's time to just like lower the ferociousness a tiny bit, just a little. Does that make sense? It's going to keep going off, just letting y'all know. No, it is hard at times. It is hard to, it's hard to balance those things out. It really is. Some of these things, I know when you guys hear them, you're like, oh, well, that's easy because that goes hand in hand. Yes, it does, but that doesn't mean it's easy. Even if it was you going through this and you might be like, I could do it. You don't know until you're in that moment. You know what I mean? Yeah, at least it's not low, but I guarantee you it's going to shoot probably above, probably a little above 200 because I had to eat so many fucking candies a while ago because it kept being super fucking low. It's dumb. It's dumb. Thank you for being so patient, Sabrina. Yeah, I'm drinking the water. I was almost trying to be a smart ass and then drink it too quick, and I was waiting for it to go down my front, and I was like, don't do that. Don't do that on a live, because not only is it live on TikTok, it's live on YouTube, and you will be spitting water down your front. It'd be fun. Yeah, Sabrina, I know that sounds, I don't know. There's a lot of times whenever there are readings, it's like, well, you have to leave that person alone. And it seems pretty easy in the moment. And when you look at it from the outside, you're like, man, yeah, I do. I really need to leave that person alone. But on the inside, when you're with that person or whatever, it's hard. It's hard when you're in the moment. So I fully appreciate where you are. Okay? I just wanted you to know that, Sabrina. It can be really hard. And if you need any of us for emotional support, we're here. You're welcome. All right. Miss Kim V. Thank you, Debbie, for subscribing. I have that damn teenager song in my head now. Hey, Miss Kim. Yeah, it's been an interesting night. It's been a super interesting night. That's for fucking sure. So you have going forward, and then power, and then openness. That's a few hard, big things to reconcile at the same time. Are you ready? If I turn that on, I get really, really hot, and then I want to sleep. So we're going to turn that off. We're going to wad the feet up here. So it's a lot. Reconciling, balancing out your path, where you're going, why you're going there. With all of the raw power that you hold, because of this path. As we go on our path, we go on our journey and where we thought we were going, we gain a lot of just intense raw power. Whether it's from learning to meditate, whether it's from yoga, whether it's from stones, whatever it is, we gain a lot of just raw power. Stop it. This card keeps fucking turning on its own. It's pissing me off. I cannot. If we have another earthquake, I'm just done. I'm just done for the evening. Like, I'm just fucking done. Starting to get pissed off. Y'all, I just want to make it very abundantly clear that meat sacks are stupid. Okay? I want to make sure that we get that out in the open now. Okay? I mean, I like mine. I've lived in it for a while. It's pretty comfortable to me. But, like, there are a few things that are starting to fall down and starting to break and starting to, you know. So, I really need to talk to the extended warranty people because they lied. They are liars. This fucking meat sack is stupid. It's fucking stupid. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Well, let me pause and I'll check it. So you guys on YouTube can see it. Just don't tell everybody on TikTok, all right? This is ridiculous this evening. Y'all get to watch. Y'all get to see my arm. This has just been a shit show of an evening. All right. 208. 208. So, yeah. So, it went down, and now it shot back up. And so, now I'm just going to feel like crap for the rest of the evening. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Well, no, it was crashing before the earthquake. It was crashing, like it kept crashing. So, yeah. Now it's high because of all the stuff I had to eat to keep it from continuing to go down. Meat sacks are dumb. Just saying. All right. Miss Kim. As we move on our path, every single twist, every single turn, every single step up, we gain more and more personal power. When we gain more and more personal power, sometimes we forget about the going forward and the path, because it's almost like we get stopped on one of those really beautiful scenic curves and we just want to stare out over all of the crazy view that's in front of us and just love that personal power that we've got. And we don't want to move because we've gained so much personal power from being there. But you have to move so you can continue for that power to grow. The problem is that then we shut everything down. And so that's what this openness card is. Well, it's not so much that we shut everything down. It's that we get super protective, especially after we've had an intense, amazing amount of personal power. You're going to have to figure out how to continue to move forward without getting stuck on those scenic curves. And a lot of that has to do with being open about your path, about what you're accomplishing, what you're not accomplishing. Accomplishing words are stupid. What you're not accomplishing. You're just going to have to be open about it. I hope that you have someone you can confide in, because a lot of times having someone that we can confide in is it's priceless. Like, it's really, really priceless, to be honest. Balancing the going forward with that power means you're not going to get stuck on that scenic overlook anymore. Too many people get stuck and they stay there because it's easier to stay there. They've been there for a while. They know what the view is. They know what kind of power they can get from the view. So they don't ever want to continue up the road. Just so you know. Don't stay stuck. You have King Arthur, which is championship, nobility, and self-realization. To be honest, I'm going to say the aspect of this that you need to let go of is self-realization. We all go through phases of intense self-realization and acknowledging our shadow work, getting everything back to how it's supposed to be. And then it swings wildly to, we need to be disconnected. Those are both healthy things until you stay in one for too long. You know what I mean? Like I was just saying with this going forward and this power aspect. Be more open. Be more open. You know what? And here's what's amazing about social media and TikTok especially. You can create as many accounts as you want. Take a page from the scammers. Okay? 13 blue bodies have joined this live. Oh my God. I am fucking cool. Okay, sorry, I couldn't help it. Take a page from the book of the scammers. You can create an account and be as open as you want to. Be as open as you want to. Talk about your path, talk about anything. And it doesn't even have to be your voice. It can literally be an AI video or a photo with, you know what I mean? To be open about it. Even if you only touch 10 people, that ripple matters. Your openness, or even if you want to do this on your own account, your openness is going to touch who it's supposed to touch. So right now is a time to kind of let go of that self-realization and harmonize your moving forward with your own personal power and with being way more open. Okay? Thank you, Miss Kelly. So yeah. I hope that made sense, Kim. So if you are being scammed by someone on TikTok, just block that account. Block any account they gave you, report any account they gave you, but block them. Here's the thing. The vast majority of the people that are scammers here on TikTok, in fact, I'm going to venture out there and say all of them, they are con men. They are con women. They have no idea what they're doing. And yes, blue bodies, I'm talking to you. They have no idea what they're doing. They make empty threats to scare you into doing something. No reader worth their weight, worth a smidge of their weight, is ever going to reach out to you for a reading, is ever going to message every single person. You know what I mean? And I saw somebody wanting to be funny and ask what my qualifications are. Well, Sweet Pea, I'll tell you what. You can go to my website, which is on my link tree, and on my About You page, you can see a list of all the certifications that I have earned. I actually need to update it because I have earned a few more since then. I hold 64 certifications currently in different holistic healings and readings, and I actually am a licensed esthetician, all kinds of unique shit. So I guarantee you I am one of the most highly qualified readers that there are on this app, hands down. Just saying what I'm saying. So thanks for that. But you are welcome to go and check all that out. I'm pretty open with all the ones I have. So yeah. Miss Kim, you got this. I don't know. Just be open. Be you. Be the fantastic person that you are. Okay? Does that make sense? All right. Miss Renee Leonard. If I can get that to stay where it's supposed to stay. The haters have been fun this evening. Good Lord. Hey, Miss Renee. Thank you for being so patient. Aw. Thank you, Lando. I appreciate it. It has been a very eventful life. if it's not my sugar going way high or way low, it's a fucking earthquake. I mean, just normal things. Hey, Miss Nicole, I couldn't tell you. You'd have to message and ask Brody, because I couldn't tell you. Today was my first day back at the shop, and I wasn't even there very long. All right. Here we go, Miss Renee. Yeah, just a little vibration. No big deal. Just a smidge. That was fucking insane. That seriously was fucking insane. The last few times we had earthquakes here, I didn't feel them. I slept right through like I want to say a 3.7 or something like that. I slept right through it. Didn't wake me up. My dogs didn't give a shit. They're asleep. So, yeah. Oh. Brandon, when I said positive vibes, that's not what I meant. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right. You felt like you were there. That's funny. Yeah, I was mainly more worried about my kid, I mean, because you never know, like, I don't know. We haven't had like some crazy big ones. Like that was a pretty good size one right there. But I mean, how are you going to predict if it's going to get stronger or not? And it kept going for a little bit. Like that thing went for, hell, I'm going to pull it off the replay. It went for a little bit. So that could have easily damaged something, or my kid doesn't have a heavy TV or anything to fall, but still, you know what I mean? Yeah. My kid, I'll bet Brody slept through it. All right, Miss Renee, you have taking risks, you have change, and you have focus. You could have screenshot my face when I realized, oh, was it that good of a face? I would like to think it was like an excited 5-year-old face, but yeah, because I do get a little excited with them, but they're still that apprehensive, So yeah, yes it was. Ooh, now I'm really going to have to go back and pull it. So yeah. You need a copy of this live. I mean, it's on YouTube. Just saying. Oh, psychic medium Carrie. I hope you have the weekend you deserve, Sugarfoot. All right, Miss Renee. I love you right back, Osiris. Thank you. So here's what you're going to have to balance out. Because these are 3 separate aspects. Your focus, where you're going, that hard nose, this is what I'm doing, the changes that you want to make, which go hand in hand with that focus, and then also taking risks, which go hand in hand with change. They all affect each other because our focus also has to deal with taking risks. If we have focus and we're moving forward and we're paying really hard, careful, close attention, then we're going to take risks. All of these are like a cycle. I have a feeling that taking risks is probably the hardest one for you, because when we get really focused, we know we have to make changes. We know we have to take risks, etc. But we also know that there's always a safe road to take in being focused. Be careful how focused you get, because if you get too solidly focused, you can get horse blinders on, and then you are not seeing anything else outside of that little bucket vision you've got going on. And if you get too focused and you get that tunnel vision, then you can't see when or where you need to take those risks or shift or change. And sometimes even if you're coming straight up to somewhere where you need to change, you need to take a risk, you need to make a decision, you just kind of turn the blinders a little bit, like, oh, don't want to see that. I'm going over here, you know. Hey, Sea Witch. How are you, sweetheart? You missed all the earthquakey fun. You missed all the earthquakey fun. I hope that's making sense, Miss Renee, like what I'm saying so far. It's like getting so focused on where you're going and what you want to do that you keep yawning. Sorry. Having everything so focused that when a change or a shift does come and you're like, nope, don't want to hear it, don't want to see it, you shift your own focus. But so it is just skirting any danger, skirting any risk, skirting any change, which then just keeps us right on that circle of path. We never go anywhere because we're always turning to stay away from I almost said change and danger at the same time. Words are not my friend. You're going to have to balance these things out really carefully. Like I said, they all go hand in hand, but balancing risks out with your focus and focus out with your change and change out with your risks, balancing all those things out, it's a lot. It's a lot. In other words, you have a big year, a big energy, a whole bunch of crazy things going on and going to go on. This is a lot. So it's definitely not a year that you're going to just be sitting around twiddling your thumbs. If you want it, that change and that taking risks, they're going to move you forward in a way that you've never, ever thought you'd be moving forward. Not just that you dreamed, but in a way, that you never thought you were going to move forward. Like I said, 10 years ago, if you had told me this is what I was going to be doing, I would be laughing my ass off right now. I would be like, no. Here we are. Because 10 years ago, in 2014, I was in the middle of getting my esthetician license. Yeah. Oh, this one is Thanatos, which is completion, support, and expediency. The expediency is what has to get dropped here. This is what has to be fixed. Because when we're in super focus mode, and then we add to it this like, go, do, don't stop. We can burn ourselves out before we ever get a chance to change, or before we ever get a chance to take risks, before we ever get a chance to finish anything. So don't try to push it. Don't try to put it on a timeline. Don't try to stress it. Just allow that focus to go forward and your energy to shift and change. Okay? I hope that makes sense. But don't try to force it. Don't try to make it be on a timeline. A lot of times that's a big problem, is that we try to push things forward on a timeline, and the universe gives no shits about our timeline. The universe gives no shits about our timeline. It has its own timeline, and it does whatever the fuck it wants to. So yeah. Going to need to digest that. Well, it's on YouTube for you. It is totally on YouTube for you. So I have Trina and I have Kylie Peterson, and I am going to go ahead and refund both of you guys because I'm not going to get to you guys this evening. It's really, really late. And with my sugar going up and down, it's going to crash again here in a little bit, like I already know. So I'm going to go kind of get around for bed and head that off before it, before that happens. Yeah, the earthquake aspect, like, that was fun. That was fun. So, Miss Trina, thank you for waiting so long. And Kylie, I will get you guys refunded right now, so that way you don't have to stress about it. So, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I will see those of you guys that are in class at 11 a.m. Yeah, we'll see you guys in class. And I will see you guys tomorrow night as well. So yeah,